Okay, so the number one question is, where do you start? When you're ready to start the job search and ready to tackle the resume, where do you start? What information do you need at hand? And I get asked that a lot. I know Juliet does. And, what information am I going to have to give you? What information do you need to actually put on a resume? And that is the number one question. The fact is that, between formatting and making sure that it is totally workable with the ATS systems, you do have to have those key areas. How do you break it down?
Yeah, exactly. So one thing that I would suggest if you're writing your own resume is to start and make a list or a flow chart of all the sections and all the information that you need to include. So list all of those, your credentials, your certifications, professional affiliation, degrees, licenses, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you have that all listed so you don't leave anything out. And so you really just have all of that ready to go, because if you have it all ready to go, it'll make the process so much easier. And so some of the great questions that you really need to make sure you ask yourself before getting started is, what jobs interest you and what transferable skills do you have? Because those are things that you really need to focus on when writing it, so to make sure that you fit all of the requirements for the jobs that you're going to be applying for. Because if you don't actually look at those applications or look at the requirements, then you're not going to hit all of them. You're not going to get through ATS. You're not going to wow recruiters. And so asking yourself those questions and really being able to answer them before getting started and actually writing is so crucial to actually, getting the right resume.
That's right. That's right. One of the big things that I always say to anybody writing their own resume is, there are 5 things that you really need to make stand out on the resume, no matter what industry you're in and no matter what job, no matter what your career level is. Number 1, show efficiency. Show how you can help improve processes, make things easier, help the team. Management, obviously that's kind of, a no-brainer skill you need to definitely put on there, but show how you can manage teams, projects, even just your job. Show how you can do it. Recognition, even if it's the smallest thing, you need to bring out recognition. When you've had, a senior management or either your colleagues or anything like that tell you great job, or you've been awarded something, bring that out, because it shows that you understand how to make the company go forward and you are recognized for those kind of things. Creativity, anything that you do that is thinking outside the box, whether it's, dealing with issue resolution or, dealing with any other problems that come your way, or just creating solutions to solve a project issue. Bring those things out. Show how you can think outside the box, because that shows that you are a leader. Also, communication. Communication's big, and it's not just like, hey, I can talk to people, because I do see people put that on there, and that's great. They expect you to already have that. Communication skills I'm talking about are, show how you can work with a global team. Show how you can be a liaison between clients and the team, perhaps. Any little things like that. Show how you can work with a lot of people, and how that doesn't bother you at all, and that you are happy to take that role. The other thing I'd always say are all the notables. And I know, yeah, we were fighting over who was going to get to do this one. But, these are the result-based accomplishments. And, just like Juliet was saying at the beginning, to create that flow chart or, all those sections that you need to talk about, notable highlights are important. Result-based. What have you done? How have you achieved it for the company? Not just listing the details, but actually telling them how you accomplished it. And that is the key right there.
Yeah, that's huge. So, when you can do all this stuff and really outline your resume before you actually start writing it, that's definitely going to be a huge help. And then just making sure you have all of those things in there and you really show how you can utilize those skills, and how you've done that in the past. Those are just huge parts of your resume. So that's definitely the best way to get started. So if you can do all of that, then you'll have a killer resume.